The weight nobody talks about. You woke up this morning already tired. Not tired from sleeping too little. Tired from carrying something. Maybe it's the bills that don't stop. The job that drains you. The family that needs you, all of you, all the time. Or maybe you're younger. Maybe it's the pressure to perform. To fit in. To figure out who you are, while everyone around you seems to already know. Different ages. Different lives. Same feeling. That invisible weight. The one nobody talks about. The one you carry so quietly that most days even you forget it's there until it isn't quiet anymore. Here's what nobody tells you about that weight: it's not weakness. It's not a sign that you're broken, or falling behind, or that something is wrong with you. 2,500 years ago, a man sat under a tree in northern India. After walking away from a life of complete comfort and wealth, and the very first thing he said when he found clarity was this: life carries an inherent unsatisfactoriness. Not suffering in the dramatic sense. Not tragedy. Just a low hum of unease that runs beneath everything. The feeling that things are slightly off. That you should be further ahead. That you're not quite enough. That no matter how much you do, the list never ends. Psychologists today call it cognitive overload. They call it mental load. They call it chronic stress. But humans have felt this exact weight for as long as humans have existed. And the reason it goes unspoken is because we've been taught that carrying it quietly is what strength looks like. It isn't. Here's what that weight actually does to you. When you carry stress over a long period of time, not the acute, run from a lion kind of stress, but the slow, grinding, never fully off kind, your brain stays in a state of low-level threat. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for clear thinking, good decisions, and emotional regulation, it starts to tire. Your cortisol levels stay elevated. Your sleep suffers. Your patience thins. Your joy flattens. Researchers describe it like a browser with too many tabs open. Every unresolved worry, every unfinished task, every fear you haven't named yet, it's a tab. And your mind is running all of them. Simultaneously. All day. Even when you're trying to rest. Now here's the part that matters most: the weight doesn't come from life being hard. Life is hard. That's not the problem. The weight comes from how we hold it. 2,000 years ago, a Roman emperor would wake up before dawn and write to himself before leading the most powerful empire on earth. He was responsible for millions of lives. He was fighting wars on multiple borders. His family life was complicated. People wanted him to fail. And every single morning, he wrote the same kind of reminder to himself: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Not motivation. Not a pep talk. A practice. He understood something that modern psychology is only now catching up to: the weight we carry is not made of events. It's made of our relationship to those events. Think about two people facing the same pressure. Same deadline. Same financial stress. Same difficult relationship. One of them is destroyed by it. The other moves through it. What's the difference? It's not that one cares less. It's not that one has it easier. It's that one has learned to separate what they can control from what they cannot. And to release, truly release everything that falls outside that line. The man writing those journals called this the one true freedom available to every human being regardless of circumstance. The man under the tree called it the end of unnecessary suffering. And modern neuroscience calls it cognitive reappraisal, the single most evidence-backed strategy for reducing stress and building resilience. Same truth. 3 different messengers. Thousands of years apart. There is a teaching, ancient, simple, and devastating in how accurate it is. It goes like this: when something painful happens to you, a failure, a rejection, a loss, a humiliation, that's the first arrow. It hurts. It lands. You didn't ask for it. But then, almost immediately, most of us fire a second arrow. At ourselves. Why did this happen to me? What does this say about me? I should have done better. I'm so far behind. Everyone else has it figured out. What's wrong with me? The first arrow is life. You can't always avoid it. The second arrow is the story you tell about what the first arrow means. And that second arrow, that's where most of the weight lives. Not in what happened. In what you decided it means. The teenager who didn't make the team isn't just dealing with disappointment. They're dealing with what that disappointment says about their worth. The adult who lost the client isn't just dealing with a financial setback. They're dealing with what it says about their future. The parent who snapped at their kid isn't just dealing with a bad moment. They're dealing with what kind of person that makes them. The first arrow hurts. The second arrow destroys. And most of us have been firing the second arrow our whole lives without even knowing it exists. So what do you actually do with this? Here's the shift, and it's not complicated, but it requires practice. You learn to feel the first arrow without picking up the second one. You let the pain be real without making it a verdict on your worth. You acknowledge the pressure without adding the pressure of judging yourself for feeling it. This isn't toxic positivity. This isn't pretending things are fine. It's something much harder and much more powerful. It's looking at what's happening clearly, and deciding that your response is still yours to choose. The Roman emperor called it returning to your inner citadel. The man under the tree called it the middle path. Modern psychology calls it mindful acceptance. But at the core, they're all saying the same thing: you cannot always choose what lands on you. But you can always choose how you carry it. Here is your one action for today. Not a 30-day challenge. Not a productivity system. Just one thing, tonight, or tomorrow morning. Sit somewhere quiet for 5 minutes. Think of the one thing that's been weighing on you most. Then ask yourself honestly, is this a first arrow, something real that happened? Or is this a second arrow, a story I'm telling myself about what it means? Write it down. One sentence. The thing that happened. The story I added to it. Just naming it separates you from it. And separation is the beginning of freedom. You don't have to fix it tonight. You don't have to have the answer. You just have to stop carrying the second arrow. The weight that nobody talks about. A lot of it, not all, but a lot, is weight you picked up yourself. And that means you can put it down. This is what Apex Within is about. Not motivation that fades by Tuesday. Not advice that sounds good but changes nothing. Real tools. Real wisdom. Real shifts. The kind that actually change how you move through life. If something in this video landed, subscribe and like. Because next time we go deeper. We're going to talk about why the human brain is literally wired to make the weight heavier and the ancient technique that rewires it in less than 2 minutes a day. You don't want to miss that one. Until then, put down the second arrow.